Using the Oxford Scholarship Online and Project Muse databases, as presented by the Liberty University Jerry Falwell Library, provided an array of diverse and insightful references that supported research on my chosen topic, which is the recent developments and applications of military technology. Those resources, detailed in the accompanying abstract and introduction to this discussion post, reflect various aspects of military technology development and applications, starting with the basic but very focused product development, the infantry rifle, along with its associated ammunition, and then broadening to the strategic and global implications of how military strategy is applied and affected on a more global scale as assessed by the technologies employed. The most surprising part of this investigation was not the technology development itself, but the complexities of how and which technologies are to be developed in the first place. Starting with the general overview of technology development itself, without a specific focus on applications, author Vaclav Smil provides an insight into the social, economic, as well as technical implications of the immense technical development and applications witnessed between the last 2 decades of the 19th century and the full span of the 20th. His summary notes the impact as more than immense, and essentially as changing the lives of every person on the planet, whether living in a technically advanced country or not. The basic innovations and their impact, as described in this reference, are the same technologies that were adopted for military use by virtually every military in the world. Those specific processes are described in more detail at both the technical and political levels by authors Christopher Ford and Williams, discussing complex battle spaces and the dynamics of modern warfare. They introduced a broad spectrum of advanced and advancing military technologies. The authors focus on the more recent introduction of robotics, autonomous operations, those without direct human supervision, and artificial intelligence, to their terminology, the battle space. That full impact is yet to be assessed and evaluated by military experts and lay people alike. They do an excellent job of discussing those technologies in a manner fully understandable by non-technical readers. Then they associate the various aspects of advanced technical development to the application and strategic importance of those technologies. To do so, author Kenneth Boughton presents an overview of the American technology policy development process on a strategic level and how the technologies affect and interact with the original policies that provided the space and funding for the technology developments in the first place. This reference takes the reader inside the various interests and organizations that direct and affect overall strategic policy, which then, in theory, drives the direction of the technologies to be further developed and applied to the military. To provide a more detailed insight into that development of advanced technologies themselves, sometimes without an immediate application visible, in other words, pure advanced research in this case, the reference on DARPA itself was selected to round out the full cycle of potential and applied technology development and how it operates in government, at least in the US government. In summary, this exercise and project reinforces the usefulness and value of various databases in providing both an initial insight into a field of study as well as ultimately in-depth analysis in the field. The goal and objectives are to develop the skills to search and apply the best and most complete databases for any particular subject or area of study. Also, complementary and most necessary skills involving basic and sophisticated searching criteria are also required to find and apply appropriate references. Those skills can be continuously honed and refined through the use of and experience with various knowledge sources and data repositories. Thank you for your interest and attention.